Now at 4, a deadly shooting at an Amazon facility east of Indianapolis. How the alleged shooter ended up in police custody.
And we're watching temperatures that have now started to warm up, even getting above freezing for some of you. That trend will continue through the weekend.
And heading into the holidays, the new way that Airbnb is now cracking down on unauthorized and destructive parties. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Friday at 4. I'm Dustin Grove.
And I'm Anne-Marie Tiernan in this Friday for Felicia Lawrence. We begin at 4 now with new details in a deadly shooting that went down today at an Amazon facility in Hancock County.
Yeah, let's show you where we're talking about here. This is located in Greenfield near West 200 North and North 700 West. Our Marina Silva spent the day in that area where authorities are trying to determine if this shooting was self-defense.
Detectives here at the Hancock County Sheriff's Office are piecing together what happened before a fatal shooting at an Amazon facility. The Hancock County Sheriff's Office says it happened just before 2 o'clock Friday morning. When deputies got here, they found 39-year-old Isaac Riley, who's from Indianapolis, dead. Investigators say the suspect cooperated and raised their hands to surrender to deputies. The Sheriff's Office told 13 News they believe the shooting may have been self-defense. At this time, the person who allegedly shot Riley does not face any charges. An Amazon spokesperson sent a statement to 13 News saying they will have additional security once the facility reopens. We did try speaking with employees at the facility. They told us they could not speak due to their jobs. We're still asking questions, so we'll make sure to bring that to you as we learn more. Reporting in Hancock County, Marina Silva, 13 News.
All right, Marina, thank you.
34 degrees right now, a lot warmer than this time yesterday.
Yes. What a difference a day makes. Nice to see. It felt, did we see sun today?
There was a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't want to speak out of turn. I thought I saw some sun out there.
It was kind of through some high, thin clouds.
Yeah.
And it was quick at times. Now, look, it's warmed up for some people. Most everyone is at least warmer than where they were yesterday, but there's still some locations that are below freezing. And a lot of that's due to the snow cover that's on the ground. Yes, there was some snow cover farther to the north where as much as 2 inches of snow fell. And through that snow we had yesterday evening, look at the temperatures stuck in the 20s. You can almost make out where the snow cover is on the ground. See that darker shade of kind of that lighter pink color? That's where the snow cover is reflecting all of that little bit of sunshine through those high, thin clouds and keeping the temperatures colder. Meanwhile, we've had a little bit of warmer air try to surge to the north. Temperatures have made it to 33 officially at the airport, but there's a wide range of temperatures. I talked about this yesterday, that we would see a wide range from the mid-20s, maybe even to the mid-30s, or even close to 40s. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these temperatures do bounce back and forth over the next couple of hours. Radar is quiet. Some good news there. Nothing happening. No snow showers to talk about. We are about 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. Your mileage may vary, as I like to say. And looking at the next 8 hours or so, we expect the temperatures to cool back down into the 20s for tonight, but not nearly as cold as where we have been. Some clouds are likely going to stay with us. Those temperatures will stay stuck into the mid-20s for tonight, although again, those areas to the north that have the snow cover on the ground may be able to cool down a little bit more because they weren't able to warm up as much during the daytime. But that warm up is going to continue. Tomorrow we're looking at starting much warmer than where we started for today, and we're expecting some warmer air to move in. So 46 is your expected high temperature, and there will also be a good bit of variability across the area. Some locations could even touch 50 degrees for tomorrow. But here's a concern. We do have breezy conditions. That's what's really helping to bring in the warmer temperatures, and it's this evening rain. So coming up, I'm going to time out the rain, not just for your Saturday, but also all the way through the weekend and even into early next week, where we do have some rain showers and we do have some 50-degree readings. A lot to cover over the next 3 days. I'll have it for you in just a few minutes. Oh, let's talk traffic as well. I got to hit that as well because it has been busy. Take a look. We've had several accidents on the west side. We did have an accident with a tractor trailer that's now been remedied. That's 465 southbound where you see a couple of accidents there. Been watching what's been going on with many of the traffic areas, especially on the east side. 465 northbound on the east side as you approach I-69. Otherwise, typical volume is starting to increase as we approach the evening rush hour for this Friday.
All right. Thank you, Rob. We'll check back in a few. A federal court filing says a former IU athletics physician refused to answer questions in a recent deposition. Dr. Brad Bomba Sr. is accused of sexual abuse. 3 former IU basketball players are suing the IU Board of Trustees based on their claims of alleged abuse. Bomba Sr. was deposed earlier this month, and a federal court filing says the doctor exercised his Fifth Amendment right 45 times. The fifth protects against self-incrimination. A recent filing asks the court to compel Bomba Sr. to answer the questions. And today we have an update on a firefighter who died while battling a house fire. The Winchester Fire Department says it happened yesterday near Watson and Brown Streets. Rick Sanders started to feel sick at the scene when he was there. He ended up going into cardiac arrest, was taken to the hospital where he later died. Sanders leaves behind a wife, 4 children, and 4 grandchildren.
Investigators say they now have a clearer picture of how the suspect in the UnitedHealthcare CEO's murder was able to avoid and evade authorities for days. Stephanie Goss has the latest tonight from Pennsylvania.
One of the mysteries in this case all along is how Luigi Mangione could have allegedly committed murder in Midtown Manhattan and escaped New York City. The NYPD had initially said that he got on an e-bike, went through Central Park, and ended up at a bus station uptown where they lost his trail. But now the chief of detectives for the NYPD says instead of leaving that bus station, leaving New York from there, he actually got on a subway and went back downtown and then eventually ended up in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and ultimately Altoona, where he was arrested in a McDonald's. We are also learning new details about a possible motive. UnitedHealthcare says that Mangione was not part of their health insurance program, but the chief of detectives of the NYPD says they're still looking at his health history as potentially playing a role, that he had suffered from chronic back pain, had had an injury, and even surgery that, in the chief's words, could have, quote, put him on the path. We do not yet have an official indictment from the Manhattan District Attorney, but the governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, says that, in her words, it could happen any day now, and that would push forward the extradition process. Back to you.
Stephanie, thank you. A Florida woman now is facing charges for allegedly threatening her insurance company. Police say this woman, Brianna Boston, ended a phone call with Blue Cross Blue Shield by saying delay, deny, depose. Those are the very words that were found on the bullet casings linked to the killing of the UnitedHealthcare CEO last week. Boston has since apologized for using that phrase, but according to an affidavit, she told police that healthcare companies, quote, deserve karma from the world because they are evil. Airbnb now is looking closer at your booking plans in a really big stepped-up effort to crack down on unwanted and unauthorized large parties at its rental locations.
Yeah, this is something we've heard a lot of complaints from homeowners, people in the neighborhoods upset sometimes with these large parties. The company is using a new program to weed out high-risk bookings and ensure neighbors are not disturbed and disrupted by renters. Logan Gay tells us what they're looking at now when you book your rental.
Now that the holiday season is in full swing, some people may already be making their New Year plans. But Airbnb wants to remind future guests that they don't mind if you go out and party, but you can't bring it home with you. That's why they're rolling out their anti-party defenses early. Just last year in the U.S., over the New Year holiday, Airbnb says their anti-party technology stopped 33,000 people they consider to be higher risk bookings for parties from booking entire home listings. 450 of them were from Indiana. The technology evaluates a number of signals, including the length of the trip, the type of listing, how far the listing is from the guest location, and when the reservation is being made, to help determine the potential risk for an unauthorized party. Local hosts in Indy say they appreciate the support from Airbnb to help them continue to be good neighbors in their community.
I'm all for any support that we can get from any of the websites. For me, it's all about being a good neighbor. So it's all about Hoosier hospitality. We want guests to have good times when they're here in our city, but we want everyone to be safe. We want everyone to be neighborly, and we don't want any problems at all. We always want to be the best neighbor on the block.
Coming up tonight at 6, we'll have more from Airbnb owners about what they think about these defenses. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
All right, Logan, thank you. We're just getting started here on 13 News at 4. Still ahead, the search for a missing American in Syria. We're going to hear from a man who may be able to confirm that person's last location.
And if you ever wanted a seat inside the nation's highest court, we're going to tell you about a new lottery system that the U.S. Supreme Court is ready to launch. Rob?
Yeah, we're looking at some clouds building in this evening, but we do expect rain to return to our forecast by this weekend. I'll walk through the timing of what you can expect for the weekend forecast.